米大リーグドジャースの大谷翔平選手は日本時間15日、本拠地で行われたアスレチックス戦に1番指名打者で先発出場し、初回に13号となる先頭打者本塁打を放ちました。初回の第1打席、大谷選手は相手先発ホグルンド投手の内角に入ったカットボールを完璧に捉え、ライト席へ運ぶ豪快な一発を放ちました。打球速度は 108.2 マイル、約 174.1 キロ、飛距離は403フィート、約 122.8 メートルを記録しました。試合開始直後の劇的な一撃に、地元カリフォルニア州の放送局、スポーツネットロサンゼルスでは、実況を務めるジョー・デイビス氏が、
ライトに高く上がった。もう諦めろ。大谷のリードオフ弾だ。
と興奮気味に伝えました。この大歓声に包まれたシーンを、日本語字幕付きでご紹介します。
The 25-year-old from Florida, Gunnar Hoagland, makes his third career start, and he's off to a really good start in his big league career.
Yeah, it really is. What jumps out to me, that 11 1/3 innings, only one walk. So he's going to be around the strike zone. He's going to attack you. And this is a team, the Dodgers, they control the strike zone offensively as well as anybody.
First pitch of the night, a fastball to the outside corner for a strike.
This is what he's going to attack you with, that four-seamer, changeup, sweeper, sinker. You can't really sit on any pitch. That slider as well, as a hitter, you've got to be looking for just about everything.
Guy throws a fastball a lot. Earlier on this season, that would have been a cause for concern, but Dodgers have been the best four-seam fastball hitting team in baseball since late April. There's a high drive to right field. Forget about it. Ohtani with a leadoff shot. Shares what he learned with Freddie Freeman. Star Wars night blasts off to lead off. 1-0 Dodgers.
Didn't take long for the A's to be introduced to Dodger baseball, the new version, and that's Shohei at the top of the lineup hitting balls out of the park.
So right after the Dodgers get romped 11-1, a game Dave Roberts said was one of the most forgettable games of the year, they get the lead one batter in. Right here is Freddie Freeman. Even with the 0-for-3 yesterday, he now qualifies and leads the league in everything. Saw right before Ohtani went into the dugout, whispered something here to Freddie Freeman, and he was in the dugout sharing whatever this was too. So it can change up right there, 1-2.
I think he leaned over and told Freddie, he says, I hit the you-know-what on that, didn't I?
Gunnar Hoagland on the mound for the third time in his young major league career. And one tough task today against the top of this Dodgers order. He's ready to go toe-to-toe against Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Pitch outside. But called a strike right there on the outer edge to Shohei. 0-1. Love these tests for the young guys that come early. We saw yesterday in the offensive side of things, a couple young guys just having career games, Jacob Wilson being one of them. Shohei Ohtani sends this out of play as a home run to lead off the game. Another Shohei Ohtani home run makes it 13 on the season and a 1-0 Dodger lead here in Game 2.
Ohtani opened up the scoring quickly. This is why he is just so dangerous. You can understand why Dave Roberts has him penciled in there at the top of the lineup. Freddie Freeman trying to get a feel for what he saw. Shohei says first pitch fastball, then a changeup with some movement. That third pitch, however, one that I hit about 430 feet, well, that had slight cut to it in. So as a lefty, you can understand why Freddie Freeman wanted some info. Well, I think a major key to the success just a night ago was not letting Ohtani get those arms extended, which is exactly what happens here. The poolside pop is out of this world. And Ohtani, once again, put the team on his back early. And the fact that Shohei Ohtani is, just maybe things starting to warm up a little for him as well, that's a scary thought.
Nice job by Miggy Rowe. I mean, there's no way Ohtani gets an opportunity to. No, he doesn't.
Why even introduce him, Todd?
Right. Just let him start down there at first.
Dodgers' third sacrifice bunt of the year, by the way. First one for Rojas. So first and second to the intentional walk to Ohtani and Mookie Betts, who's looking for his first knock of this series.
Just Mark Kotsay looking for the righty-righty matchup.
That is where Ferguson's been extra good. Righty's hitting just 122 against him. Dodgers by a run, looking for more. Mookie Betts takes inside 1-0. A's in the ninth have Butler and Duhar and Blade due up against Tanner Scott. Here's a 2-0 pitch, and for a strike. Also Ohtani bobblehead day.
Oh boy!
Tomorrow.
This
week's Ohtani bobblehead.
There's a baseball game after the Ohtani giveaway. Right?
Yeah, they're gonna hold a game at the Ohtani giveaway. Fly ball to right center field, headed for the gap, and there's the insurance. Mookie Betts goes the other way. Hernandez in to score. Ohtani's right behind him. Two-run double. A roar from Mookie Betts. And a 6-3 Dodger lead.
And Mookie gets a fastball right down the middle. Does a great job of driving it to the right center field. I like him getting down to second base, doing his little move. Now that's not the happy. That's a
wow.
Yeah, that's a And you see, that's looking towards first base. And what, you know what's beyond first base? The A's dugout. I mean, he takes that personally.
I don't know if I've quite seen that level of
no excitement.
Yeah, but we've seen him excited. We've seen him emotional. But there was extra edge that you know is in there. Just never see it. Never see it really bubble to the surface quite like that.
No, well, you know he's got it. That's one of the fiercest competitors that you'll ever run across. A competitor that is good at everything he does.
Well, we saw the emotions. Take it personally.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Take that off. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it. I wouldn't want to pitch a Shohei either, so I definitely understand. It's just all in the game, you know, just being a competitor and just let some emotions out.
Yeah, just kind of.
It's not the first time that's happened. Like, is that one of those things where you obviously it's a tough decision for any manager to make, but like you wonder if they'd be better off maybe pitching Shohei at certain points like that?
I feel like choosing to pitch to Shohei is probably a lot of times that's a losing battle. So, like I said, I definitely understand. You know, I hadn't done anything all day, and so I think it was just a mix of finally coming through for the boys, and then in that situation, you know, we just needed something to happen to ensure a win there, and so I was just kind of a mix of happiness for myself, for the boys, and you know, whatever.
When you come up in those spots, like, are you kind of mentally feeling like, okay, like I really want to deliver here? Like, obviously you're trying to do well in every at-bat, but like, does it feel different at all when you're at the plate in that kind of spot?
No, I think it's just the time and place in the game, especially in a game like this. I mean, they've been swinging it, so we really need to try and extend the lead a little bit, just because we've seen how quick they can come back, and so, you know, it was really just a situation where just, you know, you're just in it. You're just in the game, and you just kind of get lost in it.
I mean, they didn't have many hits, but they scored a few runs. They had a chance, but I challenged you to give me a team that has a tougher 3, 4, 5 order in their lineup than these guys do. And we're not even talking about the supporting cast, but I think we minimize how good the A's pitchers were yesterday to be able to hold Freeman, Ohtani, and Mookie Betts in check. And today, you see why that was such a great task, because those dudes were dangerous.
Well, you think of all the years. I mean, they've won the division 11 out of 12 years. You don't do that without a terrific 40-man roster year after year after year. Look at all the starting pitchers they've had. They've used 11 different starting pitchers this year, the Dodgers. They have so much depth. They're spending a lot of money on depth. They've deferred a lot of money, but they're doing it within the CBA. They're really the model organization right now, but they got so many weapons. I think Dallas Braden did a good job talking about in this game. You kind of see as the game goes on and you're the manager and you're trying to match up your bullpen against their lineup, then you look at all the different closers that they have. They don't have one closer. They have multiple closers. There's a tremendous amount of depth on this on this roster.
I wouldn't have wanted to be in Mark Kotze's position to have to make a choice of, I'm going to walk Ohtani to get to Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about arguably top 4 player in the league.
With Freddie Freeman behind that.
So that just goes to show you how tough they are. And you know one other thing, Tony, I think they're set up very well for the second half of the year because if you look at that disabled list, it's not a bunch of guys that are going to be out for a year or two because it was Tommy John or this or that. They're kind of erring on the cautious side because they know that with the roster that they have, they're still going to have an opportunity to be in this thing when it's all said and done. If those guys are healthy, and you're talking about the guys that they acquired, the Snells and the left-hander, they're going to be somebody that you're going to have to deal with regardless.
試合後、ドジャースのデーブ・ロバーツ監督は、ムーキー・ベッツ選手が放った感情あふれるタイムリーについて次のように語りました。彼は翔平のような選手に結果を求められていることを理解しています。ここ数日は思うような成績が出ていなかった。だからこそ、あのタイムリーで感情が爆発したのでしょう。もし翔平が敬遠され、自分が舐められていると感じたのだとすれば、それは決して悪い感情ではありませんと、ベッツ選手の闘志を称賛しました。また、大谷翔平、ムーキー・ベッツ、フレディ・フリーマンと並ぶ強力な打線の中で、誰と勝負するかの判断はどの監督にとっても難しいと指摘。その上で、ムーキーの状態が決して良くなかったことを考えれば、大谷を敬遠するという判断としては理解できます。ただ、ああいった場面では集中力が高まり、結果を出す選手も多いと述べ、ベッツ選手がその集中力で勝負を決めたと分析していました。ご視聴ありがとうございました。これからも大谷選手のさらなる活躍から目が離せません。チャンネル登録と高評価をよろしくお願いします。皆様からのコメントもお待ちしております。